Welcome to the Mind Body Podcast. I'm your host, Maria Angelova, and I'm here to challenge everything you have been taught about aging and wellness. This podcast is for those who refuse to accept that growing old means growing unhealthy. Each week, I will bring you dynamic conversations with inspirational guests, sharing practical advice, insights, and motivation to live your life rebelliously as you age with grace and vitality. This is your time to embrace self-care, transformation, and an infectious spirit that says no to the conventional and yes to a vibrant, powerful life. Let's dive in and redefine what it means to live well. Hi, Rebels, and welcome to the Mind Body Podcast, your rebellious podcast with me, your host, Maria, where it is all about a strong body, calm mind, healing, and fully living. And today, my guest is me, and we get to talk about one of my favorite topics, which you'll be like, what, really? And that is the topic of pain. So you guys already know me, founder of the Angelova Method, your curated approach to living with a strong body, calm mind, feeling great while embracing life, living authentically and with purpose. Let's dive right in, shall we? So here is what I have discovered about pain through my 8 years of rebellious journey, working with hundreds of people, most of who come to me actually because of physical pain. My back hurts, my neck hurts, my shoulder hurts, my knee hurts, my hip hurts, something hurts. And, it's very interesting to watch the psychology of pain from multiple perspectives. One, when you see somebody in pain moving, you can see that dread. And if you're watching this on video versus listening to the audio, you can see what I'm doing but you see that tightening and that grip of them bracing themselves for the pain is coming. And pain really messes up with you because, there are different levels of pain. And in the beginning, it could be like, I feel a little bit of discomfort into my back pain. And that pain, if not addressed, can go to, I can't sit, I can't walk, I can't exercise, I am unable to concentrate and focus because I hurt so bad. So what can we do for pain? Well, one of the first questions I ask people, and I get a lot of puzzled looks, is, what is your pain telling you? Or how is your pain serving you? And you might think well, that's a silly question. And I'll tell you that once I start having conversations with clients on that, and we really dig in, things that show up is, wow, my pain is my identity. Wow, I'm in pain and that is getting me attention. Like profound discoveries, or they're going through something into their life and the pain comes up. So that brings me to the other point of pain, which is pain is multidimensional. What do I mean? So you're experiencing back pain and you're going, well, something is wrong in my body. And chances are, probably are. But there is also there could also be an emotional component, a mental component, a spiritual component. And that is why I always talk about alignment, because our alignment is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And if any of those pieces or dimensions or areas we're experiencing misalignment, we're going to experience that into our body, because our body speaks to us constantly. And our body is reflective of our emotional state, of our state of being. So when we tune in, which unfortunately nowadays most of us are rush, go, 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 we don't pause and think, well, how's my body doing today? Which is something that I highly, highly, highly encourage you to do, is your body literally speaks to you. And when there is pain, that is your body asking you, could you please stop and give me some attention and investigate what is going on? So let's talk about the physical aspect of pain, because I'll tell you, that is where my journey started, physical pain. What I see, and with my experience working again with hundreds of people with different type of injuries, athletic limitations, different lifestyles, people recovering from surgeries, injuries, is that From a physical aspect, there is misalignment in the body. That misalignment has caused certain muscle groups to turn off or to work less, and other muscle groups to work more. If there is an injury, if there is a surgery, that could have impacted, not could have, would have impacted the connective tissue, the fascia into our body. And when one part of our body starts compensating, what I say is a dysfunction in one place turns into a full body dysfunction. So I talk frequently about the box. So what is the box? That is shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, we want to be aligned. So if I'm tilted to the side like that, grossly exaggerated, you can see that my box is misaligned. Now, my box is also multidimensional because if you have a side view, my box could be distorted this way, or maybe I have a twist in my body, right? Depending on what's going on. So we look at, what does your box look like? Are you in alignment? That's step number one of what I do with every single client who comes on board. I do an evaluation of your standing alignment. Then I take you through simple movements. And through those simple movements, I'm evaluating one, what is your core strength like? And how do I evaluate that? I look at the stability of your pelvis and spine. And I will tell you, people are like, I use phrases such as, do you have a wobbly pelvis? And people are like, ha, 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 a wobbly pelvis. And then we do an exercise. And I'm like, you have a wobbly pelvis. And we look at those things because what I'm looking for is, how strong are you? We're doing something super basic. Because that same engagement you're demonstrating to me, you're going to then take into your daily life, into how you lift a box off the floor, into how you lean over to tie your shoelaces, into how you twist and reach for the cupboard, into those little daily things that you do. And if when we're doing the physical things, you lose your alignment, that's always foundational to the Angelova Method. Are you in alignment when you move? And again, we're talking about the physical part of it, right? We're seeing what's happening to your alignment. And if you're going into misalignment, what kind of compensations are we seeing in your body? Because those are the things that we have to, the areas that are not working enough, we have to get them to kick in and it starts working. The areas that overworking, we want to give them an opportunity to take a little bit of a break. And we are reprogramming your body, and we are creating, through repetition, new neurological pathways for how you move. Because if you're, let's say here, again, I'm demonstrating somebody, for example, who has scoliosis and might be tilted to the side. For that person, this feels straight. Their nervous system has adapted to say this is straight. Well, if you're on video right now, you can see that I'm not straight. So when I put them into an aligned position, they go, I am not straight right now. And then I pull the mirror or I take a picture and they go, oh my God, I am so crooked. But in their head, again, they know what they know because that is how they function all day long. So that is the physical application of alignment. And when we see misalignment, when we see pain, that is where we see misalignment and we see compensations. So we can get somebody out of pain through restoring alignment, through restoring homeostasis into the body. So that's the physical aspect of pain. Now, let's go into the other piece, which is the emotional, mental, spiritual aspect of pain. So you go through life and I guarantee you this is happening to you all day long if you start paying attention, that is your homework. I encourage you to tune into yourself and start getting that self-awareness of what happens to your body as you go through life. Hey Rebels, I want to take a quick moment to share something super exciting with you. If you've been feeling stuck, disconnected, or just know there is more to life than what you're experiencing, I have something special for you. I have created a powerful 6-step video series called Unleash Your Potential, an introduction to the Angelova Method. As a valued Mind-Body podcast listener, the series is my gift to you. In this series, I will guide you through the core elements of the Angelova Method, a unique approach that integrates movement, mindset, and mastery to help you align your body, mind, and life. You will learn practical techniques to improve your alignment, boost your core strength, and connect deeply to your inner self. Whether you're looking to enhance your physical health, gain mental clarity, or simply live more fully, These videos are designed to get you started on the path to your most vibrant self. And the best part, it's completely free. So if you're ready to break through barriers and unleash your full potential, head over to mindbodyexpert.com and get started today. Let's take this journey together, because you, my rebel, deserve nothing less than the extraordinary. So let's say I'm having a conversation with my spouse or my boss, and I get really pissed off or really angry. What do you feel in your body? Do you guys see, those of you who are on video, do you see what I did like totally unintentionally with my hands? My hands went into fists. My shoulders shrug up. If you're really pissed, perhaps you're going to feel your heart start beating a little bit harder. Perhaps you are going to start getting sweaty and really hot. You might turn red, right? These are all symptoms of how your body is expressing the emotional state that is happening in your body. And that is and now you have a choice. Do you continue with that emotional state? Or how do you, as I call it, become aware, interrupt, and reroute? Because that, you guys, is a choice. And that is where mindset and self-awareness kicks in, is when you're experiencing something that does not feel good, one, you're aware, and two, what do you do with that? So do you pause and take a deep breath? What do? Do you go outside and take a circle in the cul-de-sac or around the block? How do you take yourself off the ledge? Are you even aware of what's happening into your body? Do you feel like, take a deep breath right now, and this is my favorite test, I've demonstrated it before. Take a deep breath and see if your shoulders are doing this. And you can do this in front of a mirror. And if that is the case, if your shoulders are coming up as you're taking a nice breath, that is a breath that demonstrates that you are really stressed out. I call this a stressed breathing. So what is that going to do? One, you're not going to get enough oxygen into your body. Two, it's going to create a lot of tension into your neck and shoulders. So I give myself thumbs up. And over time, that tension, I have so many people who are like, oh, I'm so tight, right? That's stress. What does stress do to us? Why? Because we are in a state of protection. When we're stressed, our sympathetic system kicks in. That is the system of fight, flight, or freeze. So if I were about to come in front of you and punch you, what would you intuitively do? You will round forward, protecting yourself. That is exactly what stress is doing to you. Well, guess what? Stress will get you to physically tighten up and stiffen up. And have you ever felt that you've had a really stressful day and then you're like, I'm so tight, I'm so tense? Now, what would tension and stress do to your body physically? When you tighten up, that's going to limit your mobility. Guess what that's going to turn into? That's going to limit your mobility. That's going to put you into compensations. Because if my neck and shoulders are really tight here and I'm trying to lift my arm up and I'm only reinforcing that poor pattern that is now going on into my body, every time I lift my arm up, I'm reinforcing a pattern. So that becomes a vicious cycle that we're going through. So if there is pain and discomfort into your body, if you're feeling tightness into your neck and shoulders, what is your body telling you with that? And again, pain could be here, like low level, or it could be excruciating, right? Let's talk about pain and exercise, because how many of us are taught that you have to work through the pain? Now, when I talk about pain in the context of exercise, I'm not talking about pain your muscle is burning. I'm talking you're doing an exercise and you're like, it's killing my back. What do? Do you stop or do you keep pushing? And this is something I have to educate clients, because that is also a mindset thing, to learn to investigate what is the pain in this case telling me. And if you're doing an exercise, your body is telling you, one, could be you're not ready for this exercise, it's too much. Two, you're not properly engaged. You're supposed to move. And the smart thing to do would be to respect your body, back off, perhaps reduce the intensity, reduce the range, reduce the weights if you're doing weights. And try again, putting your body in alignment, properly engaging. And that is where coaches like me come, because I hear it so often. Well, I did this YouTube video and I hurt my back, because they don't understand what it is they're doing. They don't understand which muscles they should tap into, to no fault. And I would tell you, in the beginning, we did not see so many injuries. Nowadays, we see so many injuries because our lifestyle is so unhealthy. We sit way too long. We sit slouchy into our desk. We don't eat well. We have very high levels of stress, which we don't know how to manage. And all of that limits the way we move, restricts our mobility, puts us into compensations, and then pain comes. Now, pain could come from chronic stress. When we're chronically putting our body at unease, chronic unease turns into disease. And if you're dealing with disease, again, I encourage you to ask your body, what are you telling me? Because disease also has an emotional component to it. So what is it that you have stuffed inside? What is it that you're not experiencing? And I'll tell you, a lot of times people are like almost dreading the emotional component of pain, which is so necessary to release. And it's actually a very beautiful experience of learning how to tap into that, experiencing it, right? Sometimes the emotion may not be pretty. And then learning how to let it go, how to release it from your body. And I can tell you how times we go through the experience and they're like, my gosh, I feel so much lighter. Wow, I can't believe I've been chugging that along all these years. So when we talk into the context of pain, today I want to encourage you to, a lot of times people get mad at pain. Have you ever heard yourself say, I don't have time to deal with this. I'm too busy. I'm too stressed. I don't have time. Many people default to surgery thinking that's the quick way to get to release from pain. And I'll tell you, if you go into surgery without addressing the underlying causes, if you're lacking that self-awareness, that core strength, the basic understanding of alignment, how to properly move core engagement, all of those things, it's a very different recovery process than if you have that awareness. So it's great to prepare yourself for, let's say, surgery. Give yourself to sit with the pain. And when the pain comes, look at it from an opportunity standpoint. Okay, I understand I'm missing something. I acknowledge this does not feel good. What is the message for me? What is the opportunity for me? What is the opportunity for me to grow as a result of this experience? And I'll tell you, you can apply that to things that don't go your way in life. An easy one that comes up is divorce. Many divorces turn nasty. And people who have at one point loved and respected and wanted to spend their entire lives together, they turn very ugly to each other. There's a lot of anger, resentment, and whatever other feelings they are. So instead of looking at that person as, what did you do to me? Or why did you hurt me? Or why did this happen to me? We can take that in multiple contexts. Look at that experience is, wow, that person is teaching me a lesson. That person is helping me grow. And I fully acknowledge that the experience is, sometimes easier to forgive for than others. So I'm not acknowledging that it's a growth experience to see things differently. What I want you to remember is that pain is there to help you grow. And when you look into the pain from a point of opportunity, from a point of allowing you to interconnect body, mind, and spirit, to learn more about yourself, your experience of dealing with pain will be completely different than being upset and, saying, well, I've always taken care of myself, and I used to do this before and now I can't do it. It's like, it's okay. Your body is asking you for something different. Different is not bad. Different is grow. And as we age and we step into the middle age, most of my clientele is middle age. Why? Because aches and pains start showing up 45 plus probably. Unfortunately for the younger generations, much easier, much earlier. Because once we go out of alignment, our body is brilliant at adapting so that we can continue moving. However, our body has full expectation that at some point of time, we're going to restore homeostasis. But we don't. We keep going 10, 20, 30 years. And then we start unevenly wearing and tearing our body. And again, on top of that, we have the emotional stuff, which we don't process. Many of us are taught to suppress emotions. The mindset piece of, wow, this feels misaligned with you. You're going into an experience. I was just talking to a client about this, and she's like, I have a choice, and one choice seems the easy way out, yet that choice feels misaligned. So what would I do? That's real life right there. What would most people do? They'll choose the easy way out, because this doing something that you're intuitively guided to might be the unpopular and the uncomfortable and what you're not used to doing. And that is the magic of the Angelova Method. You learn that mind-body connection, that self-awareness, you tune into that internal guidance, and you live, instead of being driven by the external factors, you tap into living guided by your intuition, your gut, learning how to take whatever comes your way. Pain, right? Again, pain for different people carries different meaning. But whatever your pain is, face it, embrace it, accept it, ask it with kindness and love. Don't beat on yourself. Don't judge on yourself. Don't put yourself down. Look at yourself and embrace yourself with love and kindness, and meet your body where it is. So today, my invite for you is, especially if you experience pain, again, it does not have to be physical, is to look at that pain with kindness and curiosity and ask it, what do you have there for me? What's my lesson for me to move forward in life? And I'd love to hear from you, what shows up for you. I highly encourage journaling, writing. So if that's something that you enjoy, and if you don't, that's a great opportunity to start, is tap into that and ask your pain. Why are you here? With kindness and love and openness and curiosity. That's it for me. You guys know where to find me. rebelliousstudio.com. If you want to find out more about the Angelova Method, you can go under links there, and you can tap into the video series, which are totally complimentary, that have several videos of taking you through like different questions and actually experiencing some of what I'm talking about right here. Be curious, you guys. It is a game changer. It is a game changer for me as a coach. It is a game changer for people experiencing this. Do let me know what kind of questions that you have. Embrace the pain, be curious, stay rebellious, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Make it a rebellious day. Thank you for joining us on the Mind Body Podcast, where we explore the power of living authentically and rebelliously. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow rebellious soul who would love to hear what we share as much as you do. Stay strong, stay calm, and most importantly, stay rebellious. Until next time, rebellious souls, keep living fully. Your journey is just beginning.